Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Renata and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you a mini pattern haul of simplicities that I picked up recently at Joann's. So if you guys are interested and would like to know what I have brought into my space, my sewing space for this transitional season, I will meet you in the next section. All right, here we are. I have two vintage patterns from the new collection to share with you, and I have four transitional pieces to share. Now let's start with the vintage patterns. The first one that I'm going to share with you is a dress. It is S9371, and the reason I picked up this dress is just because it has such a simple yet elegant look. It definitely brings me back to the moments of Mad Men, the series, thinking about Joan and Betty Draper. It just really takes me back to those days and I love it. It's such a beautiful piece. I can see this pattern being sewn up in plaid, in florals, in stripes. It's just going to make a really nice, a solid dress for the office. And one thing that's a super plus about this one is the cuff and the collars are detachable. So if you wanted to create some funky contrast with your cuff and your collar, if you don't want to wear them all the time, just detach it and go your way. So this is the first pattern that I picked up. The next vintage style, and these are from the 1960s, that's the era that they're working with for these, is this really pretty blouse. It is S9386. There are four pattern options for this one. The only thing that I would consider a drawback is the buttons that are behind. If you are by yourself and you have no one to assist you, that is going to be a problem. So you'll definitely need to consider that if you're purchasing this pattern. But overall, I love the design. I love the various neck options. I can totally see this being made up in a lot of solids, some florals, polka dots, also lace as an overlay. It would be really cute. So that is the two vintage pieces that I picked up. Now let's move on to the pattern. Everything was sliding off my legs there for a minute. These four are transitional in my opinion. I think that they will work great for years to come and that they have the ability to go through your wardrobe and have a lot of life for the time that you spend and you invest in making them. I think that they will last a very long time. Obviously, it all depends on your fabric choice and the quality as well. So let's take a look at the first two. These are from Mimi G, and if you guys have noticed over the last few weeks and my last few makes, they've been Mimi G. I feel like Mimi G patterns for me have always been sort of a collector's edition. Like I just want to collect them and I never sew them, but I have found that I'm really liking making them. And I'm very glad that I picked up these two. So here we are. The first one is this suit pattern. It is S9381. There it is. Now, one thing I love about this is the jacket where those accent buttons are. They just really look nice and they just draw the eyes and they add a little depth and more dimension to your jacket and your overall piece. What I would do with this one is probably go denim on denim because that's one of the trend for fall and I think it would look really nice. I can definitely see this in a light denim just to make it feel a little more modern. I would not consider the long shorts just because of the pleats. For me, I don't know. I like my, it depends. It depends. I could make it. We'll just have to see how things roll. But that was one of the things that I wasn't sure about this pattern because the pleats. I feel like pleats just make that area look like big. I just don't like it. I prefer flat front pants, but this looks really good. Overall, it does look really good, but my personal preference is flat front pants. But I love this look, and I would highly consider making it, as a transition. And I kind of, I'm envisioning it in my mind right now and thinking that it would really look good as a long short. So just totally scrap everything that I said there before. We're not even going to go back there. Don't rewind. Let's keep moving forward. So that is the Mimi G pattern. Again, it's S98. That is the Mimi G pattern. It is S9381. The second Mimi G I picked up, and this one has already been hitting the gram. I can't believe it. I swear it's only been 2 or 3 weeks, but it's already making its way there. It's S9370. This one is my favorite. Loving it, and it definitely is me. What I love about this is that unique cutout. Cutouts are super big this season. That is one of the trendy things, having different cutouts on your outfits, so your dresses, your pants, your tops, but mainly tops. So you'd have a blouse, you'd have really nice cutout details, and I think this is really good. It also ties in with the flossing trend. Now, the flossing trend is basically just having a lot of straps and a lot of pieces that tie around your waist or your midriff. So, on the runway, the flossing trend was more of a crop top with extra strings to wrap around and tie. But this is a great option if you want to keep it a little more modest, a little more refined. This is a great option for the flossing trend. And I really like that it comes in these with this 2 length of sleeve, and the color option that they used for the pattern is so beautiful. It's just up my alley, my favorite colors, and I think it looks great, and I cannot wait to try this one for the new fall season. Now, these next 2 patterns are ideal for fall transition because it just really speaks, transitioning from that warm as the air gets thin. Here in Texas, you may think we don't have that option. There goes my patterns again sliding down. So here in Texas, you may think that it's always super hot, and that is true, but as the weather changes, I have noticed that the air does tend to get thinner. So having great pieces like these to layer and keep you warm is perfect. So when it gets super hot, you can just take them off. So the first option here I have is S9374. Now, you guys may have noticed it down the department store if you've visited them or you've seen anything on the runway. The sleeveless sweaters are making a comeback, and it sort of has that grandpa feel, that sort of, I don't know, like people that golf, they wear a lot of these. I'm not remembering the exact name of this vest, but that's really coming back, and I thought I would dislike it a lot, but I'm thinking it all depends on how you wear it, how you style it, the fabric you choose, as well as the color and how it fits your particular body. So I'm loving version A and B, but I'm really partial to C and D because those look like the most wearable for me. I think these will look really great in that creamy sort of biscuity color as well as champagne. When you use those colors to make a project like this, that definitely adds life to your wardrobe because it's a neutral color and you can add it to other pieces and it blends well and it works well for other items in your wardrobe. So this is definitely a good option if you're not sure what you want to do, but you want a pattern that will last and stand the test of time. This would be that option for you. The next one I think is going to be a hit on the gram as well as in your wardrobe and the sewing process because it looks very easy. I wouldn't say simple, just in case we have beginner sewers here. This is Simplicity 9385 and I love it. I love it. I think it's a super quick make. I love any sort of sweaters that have that banded hem because I feel like that definitely gives a little shape and to your silhouette, so it kind of carries through and gives you that Coca-Cola sort of shape and balances out the overall outfit that you may want to put together. So every single design on this one is my favorite. That is it. Those are the patterns that I recently picked up from Joann's while not shopping for patterns. And I'm really happy with it because I try my best not to add too much patterns to my collection because I've said this time and time again that Birder Style comes to my house every month because I have the subscription and they have really awesome patterns. But sometimes when I don't feel like tracing patterns out, I want to have these to just cut everything. So that is it. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video and the content, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget, if you have any questions, you want to leave a comment, that's what you will do down below. Head over to Instagram where you will see what I'm doing on the daily. Thank you so much again. Have a wonderful day and I will meet you on another upload. Bye-bye.